Soldier Boy, tell 'em. Hey, I got this new dance for y'all called the Soldier Boy.
Hello everyone, and welcome to Ms. Volk's online classroom. Today's theater topic is plot. Now the word plot might be familiar to you if you've ever heard of a villain trying to plot something.
That's how you do an evil laugh.
Or a mathematician plotting something on a graph. But I teach theater because math scares me way more than a villain. Algebra! Ah! So for our purposes, this is how we will define plot.
Plot is a series of events that make up a story. A plot has 5 parts: exposition, rising action, climax, falling action, and resolution. But to identify those parts, we need a plot.
So everyone has seen Snow White and the Seven Dwarves, right? Are you kidding me? Half of you haven't seen... Fine, let me recap the story for you. Here is Snow White in less than a minute. Mirror, mirror on the wall, who is the fairest one of all?
Well, sure not you.
Okay, I'm gonna need you to kill Snow White.
Yeah, I can't do this.
Oh, how very fortunate. An abandoned little house that was made for dwarves but is somehow big enough to fit a human. But this house looks like doo-doo, so I'm going to have to clean it.
Who is this?
I'm Snow White. Now go wash.
No.
Fine, but you're not getting any dinner.
Fine.
Oh, Grumpy, let's dance.
All right, I'm off to work. You know the evil queen's after you, because that makes sense.
Oh, I'm still not the prettiest? Well, I guess I better make myself the ugliest. Hey, Snow White, eat this apple. It's totally not poison. Oh, no, thank you. Eat it. Okay. And that's how you do it.
Oh, true love's first kiss.
Now the prince and I can randomly go into the clouds and the sopranos can show off their high notes. Okay, so that was a lot to process. Now, how do we identify the parts of the plot? Let's begin with the exposition.
The exposition typically introduces you to characters, events that occurred before the story began, and introduces you to the conflict.
Next is rising action. Rising action is anything that occurs between the exposition and the climax. So let's skip to the climax real quick.
The climax is the most intense part of a plot, when the conflict is at its peak. It is also the major turning point. So let's think, what is a major event that happens in Snow White?
Maybe when she was poisoned and dies? Seriously? This movie was made for kids? So everything that occurs between the exposition and Snow White's death, spoiler, is rising action. Everything that happens after the climax is the falling action. Until the resolution. So let's skip to the resolution.
The resolution is the moment where conflicts are resolved and the story ends.
Of course, in a Disney story, identifying the resolution is easy because it usually ends up with true love's kiss.
Disgusting!
I would have to agree. But when talking about what happens in a movie or TV show, you can really impress your friends by your knowledge about plot, including your new terms that you learned. All right, so I gathered you all here so that we could discuss the rising action of this week's episode of Downton Abbey.
You said I was here for a viewing party.
Right. So we will view it, and then we will discuss what we think the climax is of this episode, and then...
Boo!
Really? It's not that bad! Hey! Quit it! And that's plot.
Are these tight?
I'm on a budget!